Alafia, aloha, and welcome everybody to your August new moon in Leo reading. It is the 8/8 portal, huge Lionsgate portal day with a new moon sitting at 16 degrees of Leo. It is, I already got the goosebumps all the way up. It is full of energy. This reading turned out amazing, and I am excited to let you know the energies that are coming up for this new moon. First off, let's talk about this 8/8 portal in the sign of Leo, this beautiful I will, this powerful sun sign, sun being the ruler, and also the connection today with the 8/8 portal with our spiritual sun of Sirius. So we've got courage, we have leadership, we have childlike wonder, all of these really great embodiments of Leo. But what this season really is about is the devil card. The devil in the tarot really lets us break down and bring out those shadow aspects, those things that have been holding us or tying us, binding us to old patterns that we no longer need anymore. And it's time to come into authenticity. It's time to have the courage to have the most beautiful self-expression that you can. And this entire reading really speaks to that. So the first card that we have today is the Chariot. So the Chariot came out as the overall energy. This is from the Good Tarot. All decks will be listed in the description box with links to them. But the Good Tarot and the Chariot, this card is really indicative of that phoenix rising from the ashes. So typical Chariot energy is fast moving, right? It's the impetus in what takes us from one place to the other. It's us being able to move forward, to quickly manifest, because it is that 5D higher major arcana energy. But with this one, in this particular deck, this is truly the sign of victory. That victory that comes after the phoenix has fallen, after everything has crumbled down, and you have risen again, not just to, this ashy version of yourself. You've risen to this splendor. I mean, this card is regal. It's everything that Leo is, right? It's this beautiful golds and very high vibrational energy. And it's really talking about living freely, living truthfully, living fearlessly. And that really embodies that Leo energy, coming into your authentic self. So that is the overall energy ruling this spread today. First question in this new moon in Leo is, what should we be focused on saying yes to? And lo and behold, the 10 of Pentacles came out. What should we be saying yes to? Literally everything. Everything that aligns you with your highest good is a yes. And if you've seen my other videos, been on Instagram, or done any of my yoga classes, especially the Mahina Yin, August really started with these 4 key words: productive, progress, promotion, and problem solving. And this new moon, its key phrase is, what are you saying yes to? Say yes to everything. It's feeling your yes. And I mean, there's no no's in this card, right? Not even the dog saying the no. The dog's like, I'm relaxing here. This is exactly where I want to be. This young girl's like, I just want to be free and play. They want to play with their friends. Mom and dad are having a great time. You can see the connection between the two. And it's just this abundance of life. And that's really what we're going for, is anything that brings you happiness, joy, abundance. That is what you should be saying yes to right now. Everything. And it's also about your legacy. How are you planning? We've talked about this a lot, and if you follow any other tarot readers, if you follow any other astrologers, the message across multiple people has been, this is the time for legacy building. 2020, 2021, it's no longer time to live by the day to day. It is time of building out to your future, long-term energy. So this is what this is all about, this legacy building, saying yes to things that are going to propel you to the next one, that are going to take you and move you forward. I will say yes. Second question, what can we do to express ourselves authentically in healthy, empowered ways? Ancestors are here, Ashe ancestors. The Hierophant. What a beautiful card, and I'm getting goosebumps. Look at all these little symbols in here. You've got the Om symbol, you have the Celtic cross, you have the star, you have all of these beautiful high vibrational symbols, and you've got this wonderful stairway leading up, right? So the Hierophant is all about enlightenment. So again, the question, what can we do to express ourselves authentically in healthy and in empowered ways? It's by becoming enlightened within yourself. This has nothing to do, Leo has nothing to do with externals. This is all internals. It's your own self-expression. It's your own self-courage. It's your own self-leadership. And that's really what the Hierophant is calling us to. It's this enlightenment, this awakening, this being in service of spirit and studying. It's full goosebumps again. It's this going deeper. If something has interested you in the past, it's time to say yes to it. If you have ever wondered like, oh, tarot is really interesting. I've always been like kind of weird about it, kind of maybe afraid about it, but man, it just looks so cool. I'd love to learn about it. Say yes to that. Find a course, go online, watch readers, do whatever you need to do, but connect yourself with what's being called to you. What is your heart telling you? What are you being guided to? And really listening to that voice. The Hierophant is a very self card. It's a very being in your space, taking time to meditate, taking time to connect, and then honoring the messages that you get. What new aspects are we discovering? So we got two cards here, the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups. And this was really, discovery is something that's really amazing, especially with the Hierophant, as it's asking us to be quiet. The Ten of Pentacles is asking us to say yes to the things that are that are aligned with our highest self and our direction. And what are we discovering? We're discovering where we have been separated, where we've been separated from spirit, where we've been separated from our I will, from our yes, from our authentic expression, from our victory. Where has that separation occurred? How are we healing? The Three of Swords typically is a lot about heartbreak, but the heart has to break in order for it to heal. That's the next stage, right? As you go through the swords, you don't just stick on the Three of Swords. There's the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, and you keep going and you keep growing. But something has to break. The phoenix has to happen in order to be built anew. And so it's really this working of these shadow aspects and, these discovering where maybe we've been living out of alignment, where we haven't been inspired, where we haven't lit up our darkness and allowed it to be transmuted as it comes into the light. And then the Eight of Cups is really What are we letting go of? What are we walking away from, right? Like, if you look at her here, she is walking towards the light, walking towards this enlightenment, moving away from this swampy area, this, swamps. I always think of like quicksand and bog and things that you can get stuck in that really like grab you by the feet and the ankles and hold on so tightly that it's hard to navigate and find your way out of. But she has. You have to have the heartache. You have to have the break in order to come out into the light. And that is what we are discovering over the course of this new moon in Leo. So how can we be an effective and compassionate leader? Leo is a lot about leadership, and not just leadership of self, but also leadership out in the world. So how can we become an effective leader? Through the Ace of Wands. And this is that, again, you've got many cards here of illumination, of higher self, of connecting with your Ori, your God consciousness, if you will. And the Ace of Wands is all about these new ideas. So how do we become an effective leader? It's by sharing the parts of yourself that you're saying yes to. It's by sharing the parts of yourself that you're connecting with, and being vulnerable and not being afraid to be like, no, I'm trying something new. I'm going to be stepping into my authentic self-expression. I sat down and I wrote down my values, and I want to let you know about them. I will be setting these boundaries in the future. And in the Ace of Wands, it's really about planting seeds, being inspired, sharing your creativity, and truly manifesting all the things that you need to say yes to. That's how we lead. We lead through self. We lead by doing the work on our own, so that way others can feel inspired to do their own work. And then they inspire others, and they inspire others, because truly the only work that matters is the one of self. It's getting into this hierophant. It's saying yes to what we know. It's going through our shadow work. It's walking away and letting go of things that we no longer need. And then we come to the Nine of Wands. Where can we lead by example? So again, we've got the Ace of Wands helping us become an effective and compassionate leader. And then we lead through the example of going through our difficult times, going through our shadow work, going through this journey of letting go. And here we are standing resilient. We stand tall, we stand strong, we stand proud. We stand in our Leo energy. And you show people what's possible. You show people that defiance, right? That defiance of, I am no longer going to allow others to tell me who I am, to tell me what my values are, to tell me what my self-expression should be, to tell me that I'm too much, I'm not enough. I am going to stand in defiance of that. I am going to plant my flag in the ground and say, this is who I am. This is who I am. This chariot, this beautiful expression, this God consciousness. This is who I am, and I am proud to be there. And I am not afraid any longer. Last card, what area will require courage over the next 6 months? And this beautiful Two of Cups came out, and this is all about relationships. Yes, the Two of Cups is very much about romantic partnerships. It's very much about unions and soulmate energy. But really, in feeling into this, it's a lot about all of our relationships. Relationships are going to be challenged over the next 6 months. As you continue to do your shadow work, as you start to build and grow, as you start to say yes to the things that you need to, as you start to plant your flag and stand in the power of who you are, letting go also happens in relationships. Letting go of people, places, things that no longer align with who you are becoming. You're stepping into who you always are, who you already are. And because of that, relationships are going to be challenged. You will find people that no longer align with where you're going. And you're going to have to make that decision of, do I continue to have this person in my life? Can I set strong boundaries? Can I plant my flag? Can we still align going forward? Or is this person that came into my life, is our season done? And can I let go of that energy with gratitude, with love, with non-judgment for that person, for myself, and walk towards what I know is my highest interest, say yes to me for a change. And in that, also new relationships are formed. Every time that you level up, people and places and things are put into your path from your ancestors, from, spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that aligns you with that energy. And for some of us, this could be a union, this could be a partnership coming in. But as I have learned over the last half of this year, you do some of your deepest and darkest work in relationships. And the courage to stand in your power and walk with somebody as a partnership, and to stand in your own light, to say, I will continue to be myself and to honor myself while being in this partnership, that takes courage. And it takes work, and a lot of this may accumulate right here. And that's a beautiful thing. So as you've gone through these energies, and as you continue to embody this victory, remember your lessons, remember how to connect, remember how to say yes, remember how to honor yourself and stand in your power. And remember that shadow work is never done. Healing, there will always be something that you need to work on, and that's okay, because you will. All right, let's go ahead and get a guidance card. So this is called Art Through the Star Stream Oracle. Again, all of the decks will be listed below, along with the playlist for the card reading, and how you can find me, all the other things. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe, so that way you are aware of every time that I post a reading or post one of my yoga videos. And let's see what type of guidance the Art Through the Star Stream Oracle has for the new moon in Leo on this beautiful 8/8 portal. What is your guidance? What is your guidance for us today? Ooh. All right. Think outside the flock. So card number 29, card 11, 9 and 2 is 11. Beautiful energy, beautiful number on this 8/8 portal. All right, let's see what Think Outside the Flock has to say. All right. Help others to step over the threshold into the reality that we are not alone in the universe. Don't be afraid of ridicule if you relate your own experiences. They will be as seeds opening the minds of others to new thoughts and possibilities. I'm done. That's it. Like, what did I say right here? Ace of Wands. How do we become an effective and compassionate leader? new ideas, planting seeds, inspired creativity. Plant your flag. Know that you are right. Know that your experience is true no matter what other people around you are experiencing. That was amazing. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me again. Again, everything's found in the description box. I will see you back for the second full moon in Aquarius at 29 degrees later on this month. Ashe, aho, namaste.